Hey guys, welcome back to IluMind. Have you ever felt like your conversations were following a strange script? Almost as if you were acting out a role in a play? Like you were stuck in a repetitive loop of predictable responses and frustrating outcomes, unable to break free from the cycle? If so, you're not alone. Many people experience this in their daily interactions. In his groundbreaking book, Games People Play, psychiatrist Eric Berne sheds light on these perplexing patterns of human behavior. He calls them games, and they are more common than you might think. Berne's book, published in 1964, became a bestseller, captivating readers with its insightful and often humorous take on human interactions. It opened up a new way of thinking about our social exchanges. Berne's work resonated with a wide audience because it offered a practical framework for understanding why people act the way they do and how we can change these behaviors. Games. People Play introduces us to the concept of transactional analysis, TA, a method for analyzing social interactions. This method helps us see the underlying dynamics at play. Berne believed that understanding TA could help individuals improve their communication skills and build healthier relationships. By recognizing these patterns, we can start to change them. By understanding the dynamics of these games, we can start to break free from these unproductive patterns and build more genuine and fulfilling connections with others. This knowledge empowers us to create more meaningful interactions. Transactional analysis, or TA as it's commonly known, is like having a handy toolkit for understanding how people communicate and interact with each other on a deeper level. Imagine this. Inside each of us live three distinct ego states: the parent, the adult, and the child, each influencing our behavior and interactions. The parent is like an internal recording of all the rules, values, and guidelines we've picked up from our parents and authority figures throughout our lives. It's that voice in our heads that says, "Sit up straight," or "You should know better," constantly reminding us of societal expectations. The child, on the other hand, represents our emotions, impulses, and creativity, the spontaneous and playful side of our personality. It's the part of us that wants to play, laugh, and express ourselves freely without any restrictions or judgments. Now, the adult is the rational, problem-solving part of us, the one that processes information logically and makes decisions based on facts. It's the voice of reason that helps us navigate the world effectively, balancing the influences of the parent and child within us. According to TA, healthy communication occurs when we interact from our adult ego state, ensuring clarity and understanding. However, problems arise when our parent or child ego states take over and start running the show, leading to misunderstandings and conflicts. Now let's talk about games. No, not the fun kind with cards or board games. In Berne's terms, a game is a series of interactions between people that follows a predictable pattern. It usually involves hidden motives and a payoff that leaves one or both parties feeling uncomfortable or distressed. These games are often played unconsciously, without us even realizing it. We don't necessarily set out to manipulate or deceive others. Rather, we fall into these patterns out of habit and past experiences. We learned them as children as ways to get our needs met or protect ourselves from emotional pain and discomfort. For example, imagine a wife who constantly criticizes her husband for not helping around the house, feeling justified in her complaints. He responds by withdrawing and becoming sullen, retreating into himself. This pattern repeats itself over and over again, creating a cycle of conflict. This is a classic game that Berne might call "If It Weren't For You," highlighting the blame and resentment. The wife gets to feel righteous in her indignation, while the husband avoids taking responsibility. Both parties lose in this emotional tug-of-war. Let's shine a light on a few common games that people play. One prevalent game is "Why don't you?" Yes, but. Here's how it plays out. Someone pretends to seek advice about a problem. They present their issue, and the other person eagerly offers solutions. However, the person seeking advice shoots down every suggestion with a "yes, but." They have no real intention of solving the problem. They just want to feel validated in their helplessness. Another classic is the "kick me" game. Individuals stuck in this game subconsciously set themselves up for failure or disappointment. They might procrastinate on important tasks, make self-deprecating comments, or surround themselves with critical people. Then there's "now I've got you, you son of a gun, NIGYSOB." In this game, someone is on the lookout for mistakes or flaws in others. They then use these perceived transgressions to justify their anger or resentment. It's not hard to see how these games can wreak havoc on our relationships. They create conflict, resentment, and distance. When we play games, we're not truly connecting with others. We're hiding behind masks and manipulating them to get our unspoken needs met. Games prevent us from experiencing the joy and intimacy of authentic connection. They keep us trapped in cycles of blame, guilt, and frustration. The first step to breaking free from these destructive patterns is awareness. By understanding the dynamics of these games, we can start to recognize when we're playing them in our own lives. Pay attention to your interactions with others. Are you repeating the same patterns? Are you feeling the same uncomfortable emotions? Once you've identified the games you tend to play, you can start to change your behavior. This requires conscious effort and a willingness to step outside of your comfort zone. Instead of falling back on old patterns, try responding from your adult ego state. This means communicating your needs directly and respectfully without manipulation or game playing. Breaking free from these games can be challenging, but the rewards are well worth the effort. When we stop playing games, we open ourselves up to more genuine and fulfilling relationships. We learn to communicate more effectively, set healthy boundaries, and build trust. Remember, you have the power to choose how you interact with others. You don't have to be a prisoner of your past conditioning. By understanding the games people play, you can break free from these destructive patterns and create more meaningful connections in your life. As we conclude, remember that the games people play are not just trivial pastimes. They reveal deeper truths about our interactions and relationships. By recognizing these patterns, we can strive for more authentic and fulfilling connections. The greatest discovery of my generation is that a human being can alter his life by altering his attitudes. William James. This quote encapsulates the essence of human potential and the power of mindset. It reminds us that our perceptions and attitudes shape our reality, and by changing them, we can transform our lives. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, do me a favor and let me know in the comments. You can also let me know which book summary you'd like to see next. See you next time.